Welcome to Health Live at Seniors today. We are going to start in the next 2 minutes with Dr. Vrushali Rane Khan is going to join us soonest. She is attending to her OPD is on, and she's just going to be done with the patient in the next minute or so. But until she joins, what I'm going to do is I'm going to request our producer to take us through the latest issue of Seniors today. We normally show you a video. Sometimes we show you the magazine as well. So, Firoz, can you show us, share the screen for the video for the PDF of the magazine? Just give us a second. Firoz, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So he's going to show us. Okay, well, doctor is here. Doctor is here. So we are just going to sometime welcome to Health Live at Seniors today. We are. Can we start? Can you start? Are you done with your patient, Dr. Khan?
Yes, I'm done with the patient. I'm sorry I'm late.
No, not at all. Not at all. So welcome to Health Live at Seniors today. I have the pleasure of inviting Dr. Vrushali Rane Khan, who's a leading dermatologist in Mumbai, for today's session. Before we go further, let me introduce her. Dr. Vrushali Rane Khan is a board-certified dermatologist practicing in Mumbai, and while she's practicing in Mumbai, as it has happened with the rest of the country and with various even medical professionals across the country, she is available for online consultations pan-India. After completing her post-graduation in dermatology from the well-known JJ Hospital, she has also done her diploma in cosmetic laser surgery from the ABLS in the US. She has authored chapters at the postgraduate level academic textbooks on dermatology. She is a Rotarian, a trekker, done her Everest Base Camp trek this year. A mom trekker, she takes her children on treks. She's also active on the social media and conducts corporate workshops busting myths about skin and hair products and practices. And when I read this, we decided that why don't we invite Dr. Vrushali Rane Khan to bust myths about the skin for us over here, for senior citizens especially. And I'm sure you have a fair number of questions, all of you, about skin. And so what as always, we'll have Dr. Vrushali doing the presentation for us. She has a 30-slide presentation. And then after that, you can ask your questions. As always, give your gender and your age so that she'll be able to give a slightly more considered reply. And yeah, that's it. So over to you, Dr. Khan. How have you been? All well? Bombay climate is going up and down with the heat and etc.
Bad. We are all under the weather. My entire family is under the weather right now. I think it is this new H3N2 virus or something like that is bothering us. So please pardon my voice.
That's absolutely okay. Please take care. Yeah, so this is Dr. Vrushali's presentation. So over to you, and I will come back immediately after this. Please put in your questions in the Q&A tab, as always. Over to you.
I would need a little bit of your help here, Pradumji, if possible. I would want this to be a little interactive session.
Right.
I don't know how that will be possible because I cannot see the attendees.
Yeah, so this is a webinar-based thing.
Okay.
This is a webinar-based thing, but if you are comfortable with the chat window,
I have opened the chat window. So basically, what I want to do is I'm going to put up a statement on the screen, and I want everyone to reply with a yes or no, or with if you raise your hand, that means it's a yes.
Yeah, so there's a raising of the hand button.
Raising of the hand. I think everybody can do that. If that is okay, that will be great.
Can we just try it out, everybody? Can you just raise your hand and show us how you're raising your hand? Yeah,
Oh,
well, three people have done it. Oh, wow. This is like, we can't keep pace with the numbers. 13 people have raised their hands. So that's good enough. I think we are in business. so we can, I'm going to just lower the hands of people and yeah, we can start.
All right. Okay. Just a sec. Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Vrushali Rane Khan. I am a dermatologist by profession. By dermatologist, I mean I'm a specialist doctor of skin, hair, and nails. I practice in Khar West, and today I'm going to bust some common myths that are there about skin, which I have encountered in my practice that my patients ask me. So I have kind of compiled this 10 myths, I think around 10 myths. It's a little odd because I can't see anyone.
Yeah, I know. This is unfortunately the format that we're following. But that's okay. I'm sure it'll be okay.
I don't know if I'm interesting or I'm just boring everyone. So
no, you are interesting. Don't worry.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to go to the next slide, which is going to be the first statement. So those who agree with this statement, please raise your hand and then we can proceed ahead. Okay. Okay. Do facials cause skin tightening? How many people, I'm sure everybody over here has done facials. How many people here feel that facials, the facials that you do anywhere in parlors, in say a Kaya or any kind of medifacial, even at a doctor's clinic, does it cause skin tightening? So only three people feel it causes skin tightening. 5.
The numbers are increasing.
Okay. All right. Has like taken back their opinion. Okay. So let's get to the truth of the matter. Okay. So invariably, every woman undergoes a facial at least once a year. Okay. And a facial can give you glow, can take off some tan, can even help you get rid of some pimples here and there. The glow is also temporary, but a facial can almost never give you any kind of understand this. I'm sorry, this is facials can almost never give you any kind of skin tightening. Even do it at medical clinics like mine also. So when my patients come to me, we want to get a medifacial done or an oxygeniofacial done or a hydrofacial done, I can give you a good glow, but I can never give you skin tightening. There are very different treatments that are there that cause skin tightening, and facial is not one of them. Okay. My second question, can only teenagers get acne? How many people feel this is true that yes, only teenagers get acne? Okay. Okay. So around 4 people feel that only teenagers can get acne. Let us see what is the truth. Acne has multifactorial causes. Okay. There is teenage acne and there is something called as adult acne. You'll be surprised to know that there's actually something called as adult acne. Teenage acne is because of the normal hormonal changes that happen in the body, so that they come to a stage 13 till the age of 26. But in your 30s, in your 40s, you can get acne even at the age of 49. Okay, this could be because of some kind of hormonal imbalance, usage of wrong cosmetics, not removing the makeup that you have applied, which is a very common thing that happens in women in their 40s, smoking, facials done at the wrong places where the instruments are not sterilized properly, and wrong diet. All these things can cause acne. So no, acne doesn't happen only in teenagers. Anyone from the age of 9 till 49 can get acne. Let's go to the third point. Do home remedies. I'm sure everyone here has done home remedies, you know, besan, haldi, baking soda, toothpaste. Went into the kitchen, took a couple of items and then applied on your face. Do you think they help skin in any which ways? Okay, okay. Interesting. Okay, so can anyone unmute themselves and tell me how to help them?
Difficult for them to unmute themselves.
Acha. Oh, okay, okay. So then let me. All right. So home remedies can work on taking care of skin tan and to some extent hydration of skin. Okay, especially when you use say something like a curd or something like honey or something like turmeric. These can work on glow, causing a little bit of skin glow, a little bit of tan removal when you do it on a regular basis, and some amount of hydration, especially when you're using curd or using aloe vera. But home remedies will not help on pigmentation, will not help on skin allergies. On the other hand, it can cause allergies. So it's been scientifically proven that haldi, aloe vera, lemon, garlic, these are the things which can actually cause skin allergies. In fact, one of the commonest things that people use on acne is toothpaste. Toothpaste, when used on an active acne, can actually cause increase in the acne and leave a nasty mark at the site of the acne. So please reserve your home remedies to the kitchen only. Let the kitchen items stay in the kitchen only and not on your face, please. Don't use home remedies for your skin. Okay, mango season is here. We all love our mangoes. How many people here feel that mangoes give them pimples? Just 4 people feel mangoes. There's like 1/10 of people feeling that mangoes give them pimples. बिकॉज बचपन से हमने सुना हुआ है कि अच्छा मैंगो खाओगे तो पिंपल्स तो आने ही वाले हैं. Okay, coming back to the answer. Now mango is a beautiful fruit. Okay, mango is responsible. It's one of the most hydrating fruits that are there. It is filled with antioxidants. It is also galactogenic. Galactogenic matlab it can cause increased breastfeeding in women who are nursing. So it is a beautiful galactogenic agent. The side effect of mangoes are none if consumed in moderations. Even diabetics can consume mangoes, albeit at particular times and as a meal and not as a snack in between meals. Even diabetics can consume mangoes. Even patients on dialysis can consume mangoes, you know, a day before their dialysis or in the morning before their dialysis. But if you consume too many mangoes, it increases your blood glucose levels. And it is these blood glucose levels that are increased, which increase the amount of acne. Or sometimes you consume a mango and you don't wash it off your face. So this mango pulp that stays on your pores and gives you those heat boils. So mango doesn't give you any heat boils or any acne. It is the excessive and not washing of the mango is what gives you the acne. Okay, going to the next thing. Do people with oily skin need to? No, the question is people with oily skin don't need to moisturize. Do you agree? Those who have oily skin don't need to moisturize because already oil skin से आ ही रहा है. Moisturize करेंगे तो और ज़्यादा आएगा. Come on, I want everyone else to participate. Otherwise, this is no fun. Okay, so skin glow, the glow that is there on a person's face is attributed to 3 things. One is the surface, the texture, because when light falls on a smooth surface, it is going to reflect, and that's how the skin glow happens. Second is the uniformity of color. You don't want any patchy skin here and there. And the third is the hydration on the skin. Irrespective of whether you have an oily skin, a dry skin, or normal skin, or mature skin, or any kind of problematic skin, hydration is the key for everything. Even in hot and humid climates, you have to hydrate. Sometimes when you don't hydrate, there is a overcompensatory oil secretion that happens from your skin, to make up for the lack of hydration. So irrespective of whether you have oily, dry, normal, any kind of skin, hydration is important. What kind of moisturizer to use, when to use, and how much to use. That changes for a normal skin, an oily skin, and a dry skin person, and that needs to be worked on. But compulsory for all kinds of skin. Okay, go to the next point. You only need to wear sunscreen on a sunny day. I think that's the question. On sunny days, yes, correct. How many people feel this is correct? That you don't need to wear sunscreen on a rainy day or on during a cloudy day. You only need to wear sunscreen on a rainy day. No. Well, sunscreen is the foundation of any skincare regimen. Any skincare regimen. और if you feel that मैं तो सिर्फ गाड़ी में ही बैठ के travel करता हूँ, मैं तो I have my tinted glasses on my car, I don't need the sun. The tinted glasses on the car can barely protect you 20% from the sun. Otherwise, wherever light comes, your harmful ultraviolet radiation comes, whether it is sunny, it is cloudy, it is raining. In fact, beaches and places which are snowy give you the worst kind of skin damage, because when ultraviolet light falls on them, it also reflects. So you generally tend to get double the amount of ultraviolet exposure, which is why when you are inside the flight also, you are supposed to wear a sunscreen, because you are exposed to double the amount of ultraviolet rays. You're much closer to the sun. If you're going to a beach, it's going to get reflected from the water. You have to wear a sunscreen. If you are in a snowy place which is not having a lot of sun also, even there you have to wear a sunscreen. Sunscreen should be made a habit, like how you get up in the morning and you brush your teeth. That's how regularly you're supposed to wear a sunscreen. Sunscreen should be worn all around the year. Okay. Coming to the next point, scrubbing or exfoliating. We used to have these apricot scrubs and say type scrub in the past. Should it be done at regular intervals? I'm sure a lot of people over here have these kind of scrubs in their bathroom cabinets. The scrubs are basically those particles which are a little, I'm sure a lot of people who also use khada shakkar, the thick sugar, to scrub their lips or to scrub their face. Now, what you have to understand is, does everyone here know what is randa marna? Yeah. So what is randa marna? Basically, when you have a wood which has to be polished, we do like a polishing on it to take care of the wooden splinters. That's called as randa marna, so the wood becomes smooth. Scrubbing is something like that. You're basically taking something which is very rough and very harsh and rubbing it on your skin, hoping that isme jo bhi roughness hoga wo chala jayega. But in the bargain, what is instead happening is you are also taking away the good things, the good oils that are secreted from your skin. Sometimes you are removing the normal skin in addition to the dead skin. Sometimes these scrub particles can go and clog inside your open pores and give you more acne and more irritation, make you more prone to allergies. Especially if you're using like an anti-aging serum, like a retinol serum in the night. You've just scrubbed in the morning, you use a retinol serum at night, your skin is going to burn. That's what is going to happen. So exfoliation is absolutely not important. Okay, our body has an inbuilt sweeping mechanism to exfoliate. Having said that, if you feel that your texture is forever rough, there are chemical exfoliating agents that are there in the market which contain, say, a glycolic acid or a lactic acid or a salicylic acid, which can be prescribed by your dermatologist looking at your skin, which can be done once a week, twice a week, thrice a week, and can give you a good texture and good exfoliation without using a harsh scrubbing agent. Okay, so scrubbing or exfoliation is absolutely not necessary for having a good skin texture. Coming to the next, I'm sure a lot of us have done this during COVID. Face mask. And I'm not talking about the face mask that covers your nose. I'm talking about those collagen sheet masks and all those things. Do you think these are beneficial for your skin? Do they help your skin? Okay, let's see what is the answer. So, face masks are no different than a conditioner that you apply to your hair after you wash your hair. How long is the conditioner going to give you a result? Only until you wash your hair the second time, right? The second time you're going to wash your hair, the effect of the conditioner is gone. In fact, it goes a lot earlier than that. So your all these terminologies of being a collagen mask and gold mask. I know people buy gold mask like in dollars and all, so it contains some gold particles or something like that. So all these masks have to be taken with a pinch of salt. Don't buy something super expensive. You would rather spend in a chemically tested agent which has reproducible results than simply buying these high funda, Korean mask or sheet mask. Most of them are only going to show your result till you wash your face the next time. The moment you wash your face the next time, the results are going to go away. So please invest wisely. And masks are not as great as they are thought to be. Antibacterial soaps, again, we have all used these a lot during COVID. Dettol soap, Lifebuoy soaps, and you've had newer soaps which contain an inbuilt sanitizer in it and things like that with antiviral properties and antibacterial properties. You think this is good for the skin? How many people feel this is good for the skin? Okay, great. No one thinks this is good for the skin, which is the truth actually. So basically, our skin has a lot of good bacteria and even good fungus on it, good yeast on it. Okay, these good bacteria protect us from the harmful bacteria in the environment, similar to how our gut has a lot of good bacteria. So when we take an antibiotic, we invariably get some amount of loose motions. That because the antibiotic is not just washing the bad bacteria, it is also washing away the good bacteria that is there in the gut. So the same thing happens in the skin. So unless you have been recommended by your dermatologist to use an antibacterial soap, which is very, very rare, very rarely you'll have a dermatologist write you an antibacterial soap, but just because it is available over the counter and you presume that, okay, I'm getting a lot of infections, I might as well use an antibacterial soap, please do not use it. One is they don't serve the purpose. Second is they kill the good bacteria, making you more prone to infections. Antibacterial soaps are generally very, very dehydrating. So you have to overcompensate it by using a moisturizer. So your purpose is absolutely not solved when you're using an antibacterial soap. Okay. Coming to the next, yeah, this is a common thing which I've seen a lot of mothers coming to me with their young teenage sons or daughters that इसका गला इतना काला है ये बराबर से नहाता नहीं है doesn't let me use the pumice stone on his neck. So do you think darkening of neck is caused by poor hygiene? Is not using the soap adequately या बराबर से घिसा नहीं है that can cause darkening of skin of the neck? Does anyone here think that? Okay. All right. Let's see what is the answer. Darkening of the neck is actually a symptom. The moment you see someone with a dark neck, it generally indicates the commonest reason why somebody has a dark neck is the hormonal pigmentation, which is caused by either obesity or diabetes. A lot of times it could also be caused because of friction or any kind of hormonal imbalance. So the first thing what you have to do if you see somebody with a dark neck is tell their parent that no, this is not because of lack of hygiene. This is generally an internal problem. It could also be because of a vitamin B12 deficiency or a megaloblastic anemia, which can cause this kind of pigmentation. If you're going to use a scrub or a pumice stone, hoping that I can scrub away the darkness, you are actually going to induce a frictional pigmentation, which will be very difficult to do. So absolutely not. Dark neck does not mean a lack of hygiene. Okay. Okay. Now, these were all the questions that were there. Now, there is no point in just busting myths without actually telling you what is responsible for good skin health. So the next couple of slides are going to be about that how to achieve a good skin health. Now, the first step to achieving a good skin health is turn off your social media. Okay, you scroll your social media, you will see every Tom, Dick, and Harry calling themselves a skinfluencer. They are going to use these creams for the dark circles when they don't have any dark circles, and then showing off how beautiful their eyes are looking, how glowy their skin is, how they have taken some silly jade roller or some such silly trending item and then given them their glowing skin, or their open pores have gone, or their wrinkles have gone. Somebody is doing face yoga, and the wrinkles are gone. So firstly, stay away from people who are giving you unsolicited advice, because if they were so good, they would have become a dermatologist. So the person who should be giving you skincare advice, so essentially be your dermatologist, not your social media people, not your beauty parlor person, not your friendly neighbor, definitely not your chemist or anyone, and definitely not things from your kitchen, please. Okay. Now, skin health has got 4 pillars. Okay. I try to simplify it as much as possible. The first pillar of skin health is nutrition. The second is hydration. The third is protection. And the fourth come the creams, the procedures, all the things that you go and do at a doctor's clinic. Let us look at each of these one by one. Nutrition. Now, when it comes to nutrition, before telling you, ye mat khao, wo mat khao, ye mat karo, wo mat karo, I would rather tell you what to eat. Because the moment somebody tells you don't do this, you get put off. Yaar, ye mujhe nahi sunna hai. This person is like really bugging me, telling me don't do this, don't do that. I've anyway spent 60 years of my life now. Now I don't want to take instructions from anyone. So the first thing which you do is increase the proteins in your diet. No matter if you're vegetarian or non-vegetarian, Indian diet is heavily deficient in proteins. Your skin, your hair, your nails is all basically a protein. So if you want to have a good skin, the first thing you have to do is increase the protein in your diet. Proteins don't just have skin benefits. Protein also helps you in the sense that it increases the BMR of your body. So it helps you burn the calories also faster. It gives you a longer satiety. So the need to eat your carbs, the cravings that happen, ki thoda sa to main chips kha lu, that craving goes away because the satiety is longer, is lasting much longer. Plus, proteins are also needed for your muscles, your bones, your collagen, everything. In fact, you must have heard about collagen supplements or collagen powders, which are so bloody expensive. They range from anywhere between 50 rupees to 200 rupees for a single day dose. Instead, if you just increase the proteins in your diet, collagen is actually a protein. So that will help you a lot. The second thing you can add in your diet are antioxidants. By antioxidants, I mean anything, any fruit that is red, yellow, and orange. These are the ones which are richest, and purple, of course. These are the ones which are richest in antioxidants. Our body is like a factory, and there's a lot of work happening inside, and we need a chimney to throw out that smoke. Antioxidants are this chimney. They kind of absorb, sponge away, or absorb or adsorb all the free radical damage or the oxidative damage that happens inside the body. So not just for skin, having a rich antioxidant source is super important. The third thing which I have not mentioned over here is increase the amount of good fats in your diet. When we talk about fat, we are generally thinking is कि यार मोटे हो जाएंगे. Oily खाएंगे, तेल खाएंगे, घी खाएंगे, मोटे हो जाएंगे. But we are not looking at the good fats over here. By good fats, I mean your almonds, your walnuts, raisins. These are the things which are very rich in fats, the good fats. Again, give you satiety for a long period of time, and they are very rich in omega fatty acids and polyunsaturated fatty acids or PUFAs, and these help you a lot, not just in skin but general well-being as well. The second thing that you have to, now this is what you're supposed to add. What you're supposed to cut down is the high glycemic index foods, maida, bakery items, ice creams, chocolates. But again, nutrition is not really my forte, so I don't want to get into the details of that. But we all know that this has to be cut down. Coming to the second point, which is hydration. You'll be surprised to know that most of us don't drink 3 liters of water a day. So unless we drink 3 liters of water a day, your skin is not going to feel hydrated, because what you drink is what goes to the bottom of the skin. Additionally, you have to use a moisturizer daily. So the water that is stored beneath the skin does not get evaporated from the skin. It blocks the water from getting evaporated, what we call as transepidermal water loss. That is stopped. Now, having said that, people will be like, I drink 3 liters of water a day. I apply my moisturizer on a regular basis. But the moment I apply my moisturizer, in half an hour's time, my skin is becoming super dry. That also happens in a lot of people. Now, what happens is there are these vessels beneath her skin which are holding these water. Bartan hote, bakaida bartan hote hai, which are holding water beneath her skin. Now, as our age advances, or because of hypothyroidism, or because of some allergies, or a lot of things, the size of these vessels becomes smaller. And when the size of these vessels becomes smaller, the amount of water they are holding is also less. In these conditions, you have to come to a skin specialist, and they do something called as skin booster injections. Basically, where we introduce new vessels into your skin so your hydration stays a little longer. Okay, that's about hydration. Coming to protection, again, one of the most important things and one of the easiest thing to do is wearing a sunscreen, using it on a regular basis, irrespective of seasons, using it in the correct quantity, repeating every 2 to 3 hours, wearing very nice, fashionable caps. So if you are not able to reapply your sunscreen, you still have something to cover it up, wearing your umbrellas. Sun or ultraviolet light is the only proven, scientifically proven culprit for aging, for tanning, for pigmentation, for everything. So if there is one thing that you can use, that is the sunscreen. Coming to the last part are the creams that you apply or the procedures that you do. These vary from person to person. We have retinol creams, which are given most commonly by all dermatologists. These are basically something that are anti-aging, that actually reverse the aging, but they have to be closely monitored. They come in various percentages. So don't buy a retinol serum off the shelf from Instagram ad. Don't do that. One is it has to be correct for your skin, and it has to show a result also. That's the reason you have to visit a dermatologist. There are also vitamin C serums, which give you very good antioxidant and plumping benefits. There are hyaluronic acid serums, which I absolutely do not recommend because they only plump up the skin. They do not give you any long-term benefit. And of course, there are procedures, there's radio frequency, there is high food. There are a lot of things, but then I don't want to talk about it over here because then there'll be too much information. And yeah, I'm open to audience questions if any. And I saw there are already a lot of questions. So
hello. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Vrushali, for this thing. Yes, as you can see, there are quite a few questions that have come in. Can I request you to stop your screen share?
Oh, okay.
See. Yeah, great.
Yes.
So let me just go by the questions and we'll restrict ourselves to only senior citizens. So this is by Mr. Manava Narayan Rao, who's 53, and he has a peculiar foot allergy of the face and the neck, only on steroids, prednisolone, feet up to knees swollen. Is there a remedy? And he has said something else in addition, which is...
So Mr. Manava, the first thing is you have to go off the prednisolone. As long as you are on the prednisolone, steroids are like addicting agents. Every time you are on steroids, if you stop taking the steroids, then the problem comes back. So you have to go off the steroid, and an alternative mode of treatment has to be started. Could be an immunosuppressant, could be an immunomodulator. You will have to sit with your dermatologist and work this out, but you have to be off prednisolone. As long as you're on prednisolone, there's no solution for this.
Great. There is Prasad Rao, who says he has itching in the private parts and he's having candida.
Candidiasis is a medical condition. It's a fungal.
Sorry, he's having candidiasis.
It has to. Yeah, it is a medical condition. It's a fungal infection. Fungal infections have a very solid chance of recurrence. What I would recommend for him is, in addition to what your dermatologist has prescribed you, work on keeping the private areas dry. There are very small things like, if you sweat a lot, have a bath immediately. Do not wear wet undergarments at all. Especially now when in the monsoons you go out, you get a little wet, you continue staying in this, you kapde sukhe nahi, things like this happen. Absolutely don't do that. Especially when you use the washroom, you're using a jet spray.
Doctor, yeah, you're here. You're here. All right. Are you there?
I'm there. Are you asking me?
Yes. Sorry, you were answering. Yes. Okay. Oh. Your question was, your answer was incomplete. So I was wondering.
Sorry, what?
Your answer seemed to be incomplete.
So I said that candidiasis is a fungal infection. It's a proper medical condition. So in addition to the antifungal treatment that will be recommended by his or her dermatologist, he'll have to follow a few things. One is to keep the skin absolutely dry. So no wearing any wet undergarments. If you're using the jet spray, then ensure that you dry before you pull up your pants. And in general, if you're diabetic, your diabetes has to be in control. Otherwise, candidiasis is going to be a recurrent condition.
Right. We have a question from Marjorie Fernandez, who says, I have dry hair and also dry skin, which have been caused largely by the hypothyroidism, which I have been suffering from the last 26 years. How can I deal with my dry skin and hair? Should I apply oil before my bath? I can't apply oil after my bath, and cream on my dry skin at night or throughout the day.
So Marjorie, there are 2-3 things I would want to tell you. Number one is start with using a oral omega fatty acid supplement. Omega fatty acid supplement help a lot, especially those who have a senior citizen dryness of skin and hair, and also associated with hypothyroidism. Secondly, your shampoo should essentially be a sulfate-free shampoo that you use, so your skin doesn't become very dry. Like you were saying, you're using the oil before the shampooing, that is very good. But additionally, use a conditioner every time you wash your hair. Also, let there be a leave-on serum that you're using after your hair is dried up majorly, so the hair dryness stays a little longer. Increase the amount of proteins in your diet. The proteins are going to make the hair a little thicker. As far as the face is concerned, you have to use a very dry skin face wash, a good moisturizer. And like I said, the skin booster injections will help you in reducing the number of times you have to apply moisturizer on your face. That will be significantly cut down. I hope that helps.
Thank you. We have a question from Richard Jain, who's 18. Says the moment the winter comes, I start having itching all over the body, starting from feet and legs. Rest of the year, I have no problem. Please advise.
Okay. So, Sumelji, what you have is something called as senile xerosis. Okay. See, now I have not seen you, but considering the history that you have given me, this looks like senile xerosis. So basically, imagine your skin to be like a wall which has bricks in it, and the bricks which are held together by cement. Okay. Now, as your age advances, the cement starts reducing in quantity. So your bricks start falling one by one. And as your bricks start falling, what is external starts coming inside your house, and what causes all the irritation. So before the problem actually happens, you have to load yourself in moisturizers, in good heavy moisturizers. Like I've seen most people using Vaseline body lotions and Cetaphil moisturizers, but these are very basic moisturizers, which is for the general population. But if you use something like a Cetaphil Restoraderm moisturizer, or a Venusia Max moisturizer, or a Max Rich P moisturizer, these are the things which are very thick, which are loaded with ceramides, and which give you long-term benefit. Also, what you have to do is during winters, make it a habit to not use very hot water, which is a common thing that most people do. is they will spend hours in the shower and use very hot water. Firstly, you don't need to have a bath on a daily basis, because every time you have bath, you are basically drying up your skin a lot. If you have a daily bath, you don't have to use a soap every time. If you have to use the soap, let it be a mild moisturizing soap. Keep your moisturizer bottle in the bathroom only. So as soon as your bath is over and you are still in that humid environment where you still have those droplets of water on your body, you apply the moisturizer. So the longevity of the moisturizer is much. The slightest irritation and itching that you see, you visit a dermatologist and get it treated, because once it progresses, you'll be itching all through the winter.
Right. Thank you. One last question, doctor. I know you have your patients waiting for you. One last question from Katie Dadanchi. Doctor, should warts and moles be removed surgically, even if they cause no trouble to us? Also, what treatment can be used to lessen darker circles under the eyes?
No, absolutely not. You don't need to remove warts and moles surgically if they are not hurting you at all. Now, if you're talking about warts, you're talking about those skin tags which are happening around the neck. I'm presuming that's what you mean by warts, or the warts, which you see under the eyes. Like you have this Hollywood actor Morgan Freeman, what he has, those black things under the eyes. Then in that case, you don't need to remove them. You remove them only for cosmetic reasons. Warts, on the other hand, are viral infections which have to be removed. I don't think you're talking about that. Ditto with moles. With the mole, what you have to see is what is the location of the mole. If it is on a sun-exposed area of the face, if it is increasing in size, if it has developed cuts, if it is bleeding, or if it has developed rough edges, or it is ulcerating, only in these conditions does it require your attention. Go see a dermatologist. Up until that, there's no problem at all.
All right. There's one. Can I take one more question? This is from Kanta Bali. What is discoid eczema and why does it happen?
What is discoid eczema? Discoid eczema is disc shaped. That's called a discoid, like a disc like. So it's generally a round shaped eczema. It can happen on any part of the body. It can, so allergies happen because of three reasons. One is something which has come from eating an allergy causing food, where you get discoid eczemas everywhere on the body. One is when it comes by inhalation. So your house dust mite, which is in the sofas, or your pigeon droppings, or if you're gardening and you have a lot of spores coming in, or it is something which is coming in contact with your skin. So food, inhalation, and contact, these are the three ways in which you can get eczemas. If you're able to identify the allergy causing agent, great. You stay away from it, you treat it for a temporary basis, and you'll be fine. But most of the times, identifying the eczema causing agent is tough, and that is where the problem happens.
Doctor, there are quite a few questions that have come in, but unfortunately, we are running out of time. So we will perhaps have you once again, or try and send you these questions. But thank you very much for your time and for being here, for taking quite a few questions that have come in. For those of you whose questions we've not been able to address, we will try and get them responded to by Dr. Vrushali Rane in some time, and we will respond to you back. Thank you very much once again for your time and for responding to what around 20 odd questions in this time, and for a full presentation in busting quite a few myths. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you. I hope this helped everyone. I hope this was relevant, the myths and everything, and I hope everybody has some take-home message from this.
I'm sure there will be. Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
We will be back once again next Saturday at 5 p.m. with another session of Health Live at Seniors Today. So do join